Hey guys, Will Terry here, and boy, have I got another video for you guys. I am updating my playlist, how I'm going to make $50,000 on this children's book right here, Pickleball Paul. And this is the hardback version of it, and this is the softback. If you've been following along, this is the Amazon version. You've been following my video series. This is video number 30 in the series, and I've been sharing all of my stats, all my successes and failures along the way. And boy, have I got some more things to share with you today about my latest marketing venture. I'm going to get into all that and start out by talking about these books right here that I packaged up. And my wife, I'll show you the video right here. This is
This is the
her.
longest run of labels I've
She's
made
bragging
so
about
far.
she figured out how to print out
There's
all the labels at
29
one
of them.
time, so it's pretty cool
And that's in
to be
addition
able to
to
have
the
that
other
going on.
10
That's
that I
the
printed. So
Dymo label printer,
39.
and prior to that she was
Pretty
printing them one at a
exciting.
time, but she figured out how to get them all to come out, to queue them all up and have them come out, and I guess that's a lot easier. So she handles the running labels part. I handle the packaging them up part, and it works really well together. We kind of get that work done and have kind of separated that out. But these books right here are going to the post office today. And before I actually do that, I want to tell you that I'm going to also update in this video my Amazon statistics and my overall profit and loss chart that I've been showing each and every month. I missed last month, but I'm going to show you both last month, June and July, since today's the last day of July. So anyway, these books right here are what I decided to do was go after getting some children's book school visits. So these are going to librarians / and or media specialists. And what I did was I figured, in all the different things that I'm trying to do, I might as well also try to get into the schools and sell some of my books there and increase my mailing list by trying to get some of the parents who buy the books to opt into my mailing list for subsequent books. And so I've done a lot of school visits in the past. I used to do a lot more. But when I would sell like my other books, like Bonaparte Falls Apart, that was through Penguin Random House. I would get like 50 to 75 cents a book, depending on which book it was, more like 50 cents a book. So let's say I sold 100 books at a school, and that was good, and I did that a bunch of times. I would get $50 coming to me 6 months later, right? So I would get the honorarium from the school visit, and usually that's somewhere between $500 and $1,000. That's what I've been able to get. I know there are illustrators and authors out there that get a lot more than that. Some get $1,500 to $2,000, and I've heard even $2,500 for a day in a school. The most I've ever gotten was about $1,000 a day, and I did that for a week in Katy, Texas. So what I'm doing is I'm sending out these. There's actually 41 books here, and I'm sending them to the two school districts that are closest to me here in Arizona. So the one that I'm actually living in, and one of the ones that's bordering on that. And so any of those schools, the farthest one away, I'll probably have about a 20-minute drive, 25-minute drive to. And so my theory is I'm sending them a book, and here's the package here. Sending them a book, Pickleball Paul, the hardcover, and also this cover letter. And I'm sending it directly to the librarian or the media specialist, and I have that written here on the package, as you can see there. I tried to get the names of the librarians or media specialists, and on the school websites, they just didn't list them. They listed, like, a lot of them would list the teachers, but they didn't list the librarian for some reason. There was one school in one district that listed the librarian, so I scrapped it. I was going to mail to principals because it's, and some of the advice that I've been given is to go ahead and email librarians if you can get their email and start a dialogue that way before you actually send a package or something or send a book out. I just couldn't get it. They're insulated. And if anybody has a line in on how to get that, I spent hours trying to get those email addresses. But I actually think this will probably work. One advantage that I have is I've done a lot of books in the past. Some of those books are recognizable by librarians. A lot of my books are already in their school libraries. So some of these librarians, especially if they've been around for a little while, some of these 40 librarians, they will recognize some of the books. So that's why on this cover letter right here, I listed my books at the bottom. I got color copies made at, where'd I go? At UPS store, and they were about 80 cents each. So for 80 cents to stick in the package, the book has cost me about $4. The packaging and postage and all, each package is roughly $10. So I'm sending out about $400 to try to get back. If I get one school visit, I'll get probably minimum honorarium of $500, and then I'll be able to sell my books. So if I only get one school visit out of this, I could probably get my money back and then some. And of course, more would be even better. And and the cool thing is, once you get into one in the area, they all know each other. They have a lot of friends. So then I kind of market to them and say, hey, do you have any other librarian friends or any schools that you think might want me to come in? And they usually will give me some ideas or some names there to try. And so anyway, that's kind of the plan today. So I'm taking these over to the post office. Okay, so that's my another like marketing thing that I'm doing. And in all these videos, if you haven't been watching my series, I'm showing every little thing that I'm doing along the way. So another thing that you guys might I talked about this on the last video, is my Facebook group that I've started, and now I'm up to 312 members, and it's growing. And I'm not really doing a whole lot there, but I am. I'll get in here and make a post every now and then, and some other people will make posts and stuff, and we'll talk about different children's books and stuff like that. And people are sharing theirs. If you want to join, just search Family Values Children's Books on Facebook, and do the request thing, and then you can get in. I'll let you in that group. So there's that, and then what else? So another thing I've been doing is I started experimenting making short videos for my YouTube channel, and also posting these on as Reels and TikToks and whatever Instagrams are. And so I don't know if you probably can't hear this because the sound's internal, but I'm giving away my children's books. Which one of you guys has grandkids and wants a children's book for them? Yeah? Okay. This is my book, Pickleball Paul.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
So anyway,
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing, and I think that it's been working. The problem is I can't track this because I guess I could. What I'm doing is I'm throwing up the book here and the website. I haven't seen a lot of sales on the website, but one thing that I did notice is that my Amazon sales has spiked since I started doing this. And so I think what's happened is people have just gone on to Amazon looking for the book and found the softcover there. Okay, so let me show you my Amazon sales and show you how that's been going on. And all of a sudden now on my bookshelf, you can see I've got book number 2 showing right here, and it's just in draft form. It's totally finished. I could upload it right now and start selling it, but I'm waiting for the hardcovers to come from China. I want to launch them a little bit closer to each other, and so I'm just kind of holding. But I actually got it all to work. And one thing that I learned in taking this class on Amazon KDP is, where is it? Let's see. Oh, right here. The suggestion was to go ahead and put some information at the back of the book that says, hey, if you like this book, I've got more in this series, and I've got the QR code for my author page on Amazon, and and also a little blurb about signing or leaving me a review. As a small business owner, we live and die by our reviews. I don't have it on this slide that I'm showing you right now, but I do have it at the back of the book. The problem was it actually needed to be on page 33, because I will show you this right here. If you can see this in the little window, the book ends on, that's page 32 right there on a 32 page picture book. But there's an end paper here that's blank. That would be page 33. There's actually 2 blank pages that Amazon printed back there. I'm trying to separate it there that you can see. So there's these blank pages. So what I want to do is print on here. So I actually made my second PDF that I upload for the pickleball ball and the missing paddle. And I put that, I set it for 33 pages and it worked out fine. So in the preview, I can go in here and I could show you this right now. I could go in and show you the preview, but it will take quite a while to load. And maybe I'll do that in another video. But anyway, it worked. So now I can, like Amazon says you can do anywhere from I think the minimum is 24 pages and the maximum is 70 or 70 something pages. So I just set it for 33 pages and it worked. And they're going to print on that next page, basically linking to my other books and stuff. And so anyway, let's go in here and look at the report. And so this is for July, and I stopped making those short videos. I also posted to some Facebook groups and stuff. And this is this month. This is in the last 30 days. And you can see it just started spiking when I started uploading those videos and also posting to those Facebook pages. So, I'm just doing little things here and there to try to pump and try to get things going. The good news about Amazon is that, I'm getting good sales or decent sales. The bad news is, so I've sold 540 books thus far on Amazon. The bad news is I can't get their email addresses to tell them that there's a physical book, So anyway, so this month, $400. And so far since I started this and when did it start? January. Yeah, right here. So since January, so what is that? It's like 7 months or something like that. $2,100, not bad. And the cool thing is, as I add more books, the hope is that they help market each other and create kind of a synchronicity to not only build sales, but to keep those numbers going up higher on the sales page rank. And so that's kind of the goal there. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. And now let's dig into the profit and loss and see where we're at there. So if you've been following me, you'll know what I have is this pink section to symbolize, being in the red, negative. And, I've got negative $60,000 down here. When I started this project, the project cost me $17,000 to get my pick and pack station, all the supplies, printer, my Dymo label printer, stuff like that, tape, boxes, everything, shelving, and then get all the books. And I printed all those posters to go with it. I got my website costs, which were substantial in there. And then sales brought me back up to, I had some more expenses here with advertising, but, in May I was down $6,700 instead of the $17,000. So what did June do? June was a little bit higher, ticked up there to being $5,000 in the hole, down from 67. And then how about July? So then July comes along and we're bumping along. Bill, I've got my salesman out there. He's going to tournaments. He's selling books. We're getting wholesale orders every now and then. We're getting orders to the website. We're getting Amazon sales. All of that factors in to bring me to $4,500 in the hole. Again, one way of looking at this is they say it takes the average business about 3 years to become profitable. Like if you buy one of the cheapest restaurants is a Subway. If you buy a Subway, I looked at it one time and it was like, I think it was like 200,000 or 150,000 to buy the franchise. And then there's expenses on top of that to get in there. And, you got to hire employees. You got to train those employees. As you start your business, you're losing money every day in the hopes that you're going to make money down the road somewhere and start getting some of that money back. And think about it. If you go $200,000 or $300,000 in debt, how long does that take? Making one sandwich at a time. Here's a $12 sandwich going out the door. Well, I still had to pay my staff out of that. I still had to pay all the overhead. And the hope is that over time you become profitable, right? So that's what I'm doing here. Now here's what happened. I just spent money on my next book. So here's where I really am today. So I got to erase this right here. And now I'm back down. I'm $14,000 in debt again, or in the hole, as they say in July, because I just paid for my next shipment of books, Pickleball Paul and the Missing Paddle. So that's book number 2. So I'll share more about that book probably on the next video or the one after that. But that's basically where I'm at right now. I will continue to share these statistics with you. You'll be able to see how things are going over time. I anticipate selling a lot more books in the coming months as people come back here into the retirees come back here into Arizona. There's a lot of opportunities here. I'm really curious to see whether I get some school visits, and just kind of enjoying playing with this project and hoping to make it profitable and make it take off over time as pickleball is growing. Every year it's growing by like 20%. So there's more people coming into this sport. There's more people that more potential buyers or people that will have interest in a specific book for children of, people that play pickleball. So that's kind of my hopes and my goal. With that, I would love to get a like out of you. I hope I earned a like for this video. And don't subscribe unless you want to see more content like this. And I will see you on the next one.